with 2020 in the books, we turn now to 2021, and there's not many better ways to start the year off that the UFC know how to do than with the return of the notorious Conor McGregor, who's joining me today. Conor, I think it's about that time. It's magical Mickey Mac time. Am I right?
Haha, yes, that's it. We're starting off 2021 in a big way, the same way we started off 2020. I'm very excited, very happy to be back and eager to go.
How has life been for you this past 12 months? So it's been very hard for everyone. I know that you very early on in the coronavirus pandemic took a leadership role. You donated a lot of money. You made a point to send messages out there to people to take it seriously. Can you describe for the fans who haven't heard from you in a while, what's life been like?
Like us all, it's been tough. I think all of us all over the globe have been forced to go within themselves and find comfort in our own company, and you know that's a good thing in my book. I've certainly felt like I've learned a lot about myself, and you know times are still tough. Make no mistake about it. It seems like it's rampant again. Ireland, I know, is going through a tough time again, and we've got the vaccine, we've got positive things to look on the horizon. I think if we stay tight this year, if we all do our part this year, I feel 2022 is where we will begin to emerge from it. So I still feel we're in the midst of it. As long as everyone does their part, we will come through it. So I wish everyone well. I'm very happy to come back here to the octagon, to the UFC arena, to give the people of the world good entertainment, a good fight, and that's it. That's where we're at.
There's Mr. Junior.
Yeah,
What's
we all right, Sam.
they don't care who's doing what. They just want to appear.
Yeah.
Um, what's it been like negotiating a camp, navigating a camp with all this stuff going on?
I've been as safe as I possibly can be, and we're doing what we may do with what Junior walking through again. All right, Sam. It's been an amazing camp. Everyone from my team, my coaches, my training partners have all been phenomenal, and we've got the work in. It's been a very tough camp, and we're ready. I'm excited to go. I'm excited to showcase my team's work and put my nation on the map once again.
Where are you at the moment? Are you in Dubai?
I'm in Dubai. Yes, we came here. There's more amenities available to us here in Dubai rather than going straight to Fight Island. But I did want to. You all right, champ? Can you see yourself?
He's just like
he's
his
like
dad. He just wants the
he's like
limelight.
his own man. He's like his own man. Champ, it's still my go. Leave me with it. All right, bud. Daddy's at work. This is Daddy's work. Huh? Um. Sorry. Yeah. So we're here in Dubai. A couple more days in here in Dubai, and then we go to Abu Dhabi Fight Island. We've got 48 hours of quarantine, which is self-isolation in a hotel, in the rooms. I'm looking to get a heavy bag hung in the suite. I'm looking to get also a free bag just draped on the floor, just dropped on the floor, so I can do some ground and pound work. And I'll get my 2 days training in isolated, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see Abu Dhabi. I've been blown away by Dubai. The place is beautiful. The people are amazing, and I'm very excited to get to Abu Dhabi also.
Yeah, I have to say, as someone who's done that 48 hours, they will give you what you want. I'm sure you're going to get the heavy bag and the free flowing bag. I wouldn't worry about it.
I've been seeing, all the fighters when the fighters and Dana and all these people, the UFC staff, when they get to their hotels, they have things laid out for them. So I'm very excited to see what they have laid out for me.
I'd
So yeah,
say I'd say you're going to get some greeting, to be honest, mate.
yeah, the
Um,
hospitality has been amazing so far here in Dubai, and from what I've seen here from Abu Dhabi, I'm very excited to get there. I'm very honored to be here and to perform for the people out here. It's not my first time in the region. I fought. Well, it's not my first time out here. I fought in Amman, Jordan. I know it's not. It's in the region anyway. So I'm very excited to go to Abu Dhabi now also.
nice. Obviously, look, there's no secret that last year, in terms of your UFC career, was a little bit frustrating. We know you wanted to fight, you're unable to. From your perspective, why was it that you were unable to compete that 2020 season? You wanted to do so.
2020 was a good year for me. Highest pay-per-view, highest gate, fastest main event KO. I came back with a bang, 40 seconds. I want to focus on the positives. There's so much negative around. I would have loved to compete. I am a competitor at heart. I thrive under competition. It's when I do all of my best work when I am in competition. From my regular living, health, carrying myself healthily, and my business aspirations, and just everything is firing on all cylinders when I am in competition. So it was a little upsetting at times, having to sit out throughout 2020. It is what it is. I'm very happy with how my competition went in 2020. Here I am back now in 2021 to start the year again, and there's a lot of options. We're not looking past Dustin, we're not looking past anyone, but we are certainly looking through him, and that's where I will go with my punching. So we'll see what happens after. We're ready for this year in a big way.
Dana White's been talking a lot over the last few days, and he's saying that he's talking with you, and you're sharper than ever. You want to know how the ring walk's going to be, how the arena's going to be set up, and he said that you guys are in a great place now. Have you been talking with Dana? How do you feel you guys are, and what's your relationship like with the UFC these days?
Yeah. Me and Dana have always had an amazing relationship. More than fighter promoter. Even I have a lot of respect for Dana, and what he's done in 2020 was nothing short of outstanding. And I've commended him on that, and I do commend him on that. There were pockets in the year where we were at loggerheads, if you will, but this is high pressure, high stakes business, and when you've got an Irishman looking for a fight, you better give him one. So, or it may be you that's involved in the fight. So, all is good. We hash it out. We said our piece, and we're in a great spot now, and I'm very excited to come back for the company and kickstart it in a major way. I know they've got major things for the walkout. I'm very excited about that. I wanted to know the layout of the arena specifically, like obviously the fans and these type of things. I was actually excited that I was going to get in there without the crowd. I do love the crowd. I feed off the energy for sure, but I was very excited to be, I was hopeful that I would get in there and get to broadcast my power and my ferocity to the world with no exterior sound from the crowd. But it is what it is. There's a couple of thousand, I believe, not that many. So my power and a couple of thousand, fans, it will still translate. So I'm very excited to get in and showcase my skills.
You're fighting Dustin, a guy you fought before, and before we get into the contest with him next Saturday, I'm interested, what are your memories of the first fight? Not in terms of the contest, but in terms of the build up. And a lot of people point to that fight as the moment you sort of fully arrived as this up and coming superstar. What are your memories of that entire first meeting with Dustin?
I remember it all very well. Dustin, number 5 ranked in the division, one of the top fighters. He always was. He's always there or thereabouts. He rose up to be a champion. So, I certainly feel he's atop this division at present. He sparked Gagey. I believe he beat Oliveira also. He beat Hooker. He was in the co-main event. So he's a phenomenal fighter. But and I'm very excited to get in and compete with him again. From back then, I was just doing my thing, rolling in, enjoying the experience. It was my first time fighting in Las Vegas. We done a press conference in the MGM Grand out in the open, so I was just taking it all in. I had a blue pinstripe suit that I loved, that I wore, and I had my grandfather's shoes as well that I polished on the way over on the plane, and I remember it very well. I know he got a little bit riled up, and with the fans and this type of thing, he's a lot more mature now, and I'm excited to get in and compete. I have respect for Dustin. I did then. There's elements of gamesmanship and these type of things, and it's the fight business at the end of the day. And he has his skills that he brings to the table. I have mine, and let's bring it.
There's a nice sort of, I wouldn't say it's a circle, but there's a nice sort of storyline in that the first time you guys met, you're young, feisty guys, and now you guys are meeting as more mature adults. And instead of,
Fathers also,
fathers
there's a
also,
lot. Yeah.
and instead of the pre-fight sort of joshing and poking back and forth, instead now it's like got a charity element. It's completely respectful. It's quite fun to see the not evolution of you as fighters, but just as guys. Do you feel that yourself?
Grown man talk. This is Oscar. We're grown men now, you know. So it's certainly. I'm enjoying it. I'm certainly very happy. I'm very, when I see what Dustin has been doing with his charity and his wife and himself and the Good Fight Foundation. I'm very excited to be able to help with that. And there's talk of them building a gym off of the back of this fight, and I'm very excited about that. And you know, all the power to them. And this is what it should be about. It is our duty in this world to give back. That is it. Every single one of us. And as I get older, I am just delving into that side of things a lot more. And I just feel it is my duty, and I've been blessed in this position that I am in, and I'm going to continue to give back. And I'm very happy to share the octagon with Dustin, who is also of the same mindset. So it's going to be a good bout. Similar with Donald, there will be blood spilled, but it will not be bad blood.
Yeah, well, it's funny you bring up the blood because in an interview not long ago, Dustin said that he wants you to both be bleeding by the end of the first round. He wants it to be a war almost right off the bat. And in reply, I saw a clip from you the other day saying it's actually going to be over in 60 seconds. Who's got it right here?
The man who always gets it right, Mystic Mac. He was born on the night of the first Poirier fight. However, Dustin is a tough competitor, and I would love that also. To be honest, I would love a war. I would love, to be in the mix with it, and I am certainly ready for that. So let's see. I will have landed devastating blows within that first 60 seconds if Dustin can withstand and stay in there. More power to him, and let's get it on. Let's put the gloves up and let's go.
It's a return to lightweight. No weight cut's fun, really. It's not probably as bad as the 145-pound days, but how is the weight? How's returning down there from 170? Because in your pictures, I have to be honest,
Yeah.
you look shredded. So how's it going?
I'm jacked and I'm shredded, so I'm in a tremendous place. I put the work in, Oscar. That's it. Making weight is difficult, but difficult things are not so difficult when you commit yourself fully. And in actuality, they become easy. And that's where I am at. I have done this flawlessly, alongside my team. All the work has been calculated, and I'm right there. I have got my body into a lightweight frame once again. I am full of energy. My training has not ceased, but my double sessions. I train most of the times twice a day. My last double split finished yesterday. Now it's just single sessions. The weight is on point. I have bags of energy, and I'm very excited to get in and showcase myself at 155 pounds again. That's it. I put in the work, and I will reap the rewards.
I have to say, almost as an aside, when we talked about earlier, the COVID talk, the camp, now listening to you talk about your weight, I'm hearing discipline coming from you a lot these days. It's kind of remarkable from the guy who's always accused of showing up late and stuff. You sound incredibly disciplined right now.
It's not hard to show up early when the interviews are from my home here where I'm staying. So, but no, discipline, structure, these are the true keys to success. You've got to be structured in your work. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be self-motivated, and those are the things I am. And, I'm certainly a lot more mature in all aspects of my life. And, it's a good time in my life, a really good time. I'm in a really positive place. I've came through the ringer, I've came through a lot, and I still stand here before you, and I still prevail. So I'm very, very, very happy.
It's good to hear, man. Good to hear.
Thank you.
It's hard to talk about this fight without sort of almost the elephant in the room. Khabib Nurmagomedov, is he retired? Dana White doesn't seem to think so.
you know, it is what it is. You know, how you could walk away, you know, at this stage is baffling to me. But each to their own. There's so many amazing fights out there, and you know, even the fact that even the carry on around the Tony situation, like how I don't care about nothing. You know, you're scheduled to fight a man, no matter what. Fights must take place. You can't just scurry away from bouts. It's been the hallmark of his approach, and you know, I was not surprised to see him walk away or scurry away, I should say. So, you know, it is what it is. We carry on.
Should the title be on the line for this fight between you and Dustin?
I feel it should be. You know, I don't think Dana's going to be bouncing in to throw me a belt straight away, you know, or to put a title on with the way the year went. But I understand that. And, you know, I, you know, the belts, what are the belts? You know, I'm here to compete, you know, get some good competition in, and the belts will come. The belt, you know, I think maybe the next bout is fair. I would have likened to see it this fight, but there were circumstances surrounding the man scurrying away, you know, to an extent, and you know they've given him a bit of time. We'll see what happens. It's of no odds to me. I'm not going to get caught up in the politics of this business. I have in the past, and it's, you know, it's hampered me. So we focus on the bout ahead, and that's it.
In the co-main event, you got Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler. They're two guys that they're sort of new to this sort of part of the card. You know, I mean, Dan Hooker main evented against Dustin, sure, but Michael's just new to the UFC. When you look at that co-main event, do either of those guys excite you? And how do you actually see that fight between them playing out?
I'm interested to see the bout between the two guys. I'm happy for them. You know, they're right up there now. They have a chance to make a name for themselves, make a statement, and come after it. I respect how they've gone about it in the press, and um, you know, God forbid if something was to happen to Dustin, I'd imagine that it's either one of those two that I would be facing, and I would be happy to face them, and I'm ready for all oncoming competitors. So I'm excited to see the bout, see how it plays out. They're both different, very different stylistically. Even their attributes are very, very different to each other. So it's going to be a good bout, and I wish them well.
Is that the plan for you right now? Staying at lightweight, just sort of stay around this area and sort of see what fights come your way?
I would like to put a stint in at 155 pounds for sure. You know, I came into the UFC as a featherweight, and I went through the division. You know, I gave it my all in that division, and I tore through it like a chainsaw through butter. You know, interim title, unified title. Then I went up and, you know, reached for greater heights. Went to the lightweight division, became lightweight champion, and became the first dual weight champion in the company's history. And then obviously, you know, other things presented themselves regarding the Floyd fight, and everything went where it went. I never really got a good, and then I went to the welterweight division also. I never got a good stint at 155 pounds, a consecutive stint like I done in the lightweight division or in the featherweight division. I'd like to do the same here in the lightweight division that I done in the featherweight division. Give it a good run and tear through the division. There's many good competitors, good fighters in there, and you know, I feel levels above them all. So I would like to put that stint in. There are dangling, you know, carrots or whatever way you would say it, like treasure chests that get presented to me. You know, we got world titles in boxing now. There's talk. So if you another edition, I hear Dana talking on the MacLife interview. Also, was Nate Diaz coming back down to the lightweight. I love that. I'd love to compete against Diaz. You know, that we will compete again if it happens at lightweight, and you know, for a title, that would be something special also. So there's many great options that are in the works, and let's see what happens. I am ready.
Who would you like to see Nate fight at 155? He said it's not Tony, which I thought was a banger of a fight. But if you could book Nate in a fight at 155, who do you put him against?
I think if he's going to come down to 155, he should come down for me. To be honest with you, you know, I hear maybe giving him a shot in there, but Nate's a warrior. Nate's a goer. Nate shows up, steps up, and fights. You know, there's no need to be having him do. I wouldn't want to see him, it's not necessary, I don't feel, to have him fight a 155 against another contender. I feel maybe it should be me and Nate. You know, if he's going to do 155, we could possibly do that for the belt. If not, I'd probably just fight Nate at 170 pounds again. Reason being, we fought at 170 twice. Why mix it up for the trilogy? You know, but if there's belts and titles and loftier things on the line, for certain, a 155-pound challenge with Nate would be something. So many great fights and many great options, and I'm pretty excited about every single one of them.
I've just got a couple more questions from you, and then I'll let you go. And I really appreciate the time with you today. You mentioned treasure chests. Manny Pacquiao's come out and said he wants to box an MMA fighter before he retires, and then the Mauricio Suleiman from the WBC said you're probably eligible for a boxing title basically as soon as you put on the gloves. Is Manny a goal for you? Is he still on the cards?
I know the talks are intensifying for this year, so I am excited for a Manny Pacquiao bout, and it's looking like it will take place this year. What time this year? I'm not sure. You know, I would like. We're gonna have to have some good discussions with Dana and with the guys and the UFC after, and see where it goes. What's there? What do we want? You know, I am open to it all. I am ready for it all. So I appreciate them comments by Suleiman, and you know, I will certainly attain a boxing world title before I call it a day, and I'd be very excited to do that against Emmanuel Pacquiao.
Lovely stuff. And the last one from me, you posted on Instagram a few days ago a picture of yourself before the Eddie Alvarez fight and yourself before the Donald Cerrone fight facing off. And you said that the guy sitting in front of me now would beat both of them easily. I would like to know how. How do you beat those two versions of McGregor?
I am just faster. I am sharper. I am more, mentally tuned in. I am certainly more well conditioned. And that's it. It's me in fast forward. That's how I feel right now. And that's a great place to be in. It was not easy to get to that place. It was a lot of hard work. And, I didn't just come here to get here, I am continuing to go forward and climb forward. I don't think I've even reached my potential. I don't even think I'm 50% yet, so let's keep going. I
love it. Conor McGregor, man, thank you so much for the time. I look forward to seeing you in Fight Island, and I look forward to seeing you compete on January 23rd.
Thank you so much, Oscar. I appreciate the words, and I appreciate the interview. Thank you.